Well, this is the beginning or the first of our videos on a pair of cedar waxwings that are nesting. I've been watching them in the yard for a week or so, and they seemed like they were habituated to the yard, so I kept my eye on them and kept watching them, and I think this nest is in its third day of construction, and I was pretty much of a mess this morning. I didn't think it was going to ever materialize, but they really worked hard today. So the female and the male build the nest together. Pretty much the hen takes charge of all the architecture, and the male just delivers materials and moral support. And she'll jump right out at you there. And typically, she'll come in and the male will be right close to her. So if you watch from a wider view, you almost always see them as a pair. And if the male isn't assisting with something, he sits up on a higher branch, much like orioles and cardinals, and just watches over what's going on with the hen. And he'll come down and assist or chase away anything that's harassing her. So hopefully another one pops in here in a few minutes. But we have an awesome vantage point. We just love this opportunity. And there's at about 2 o'clock there's 2 leaves that are kind of in the way, and I'm already figuring out how MacGyver would actually get those leaves out of the way, because I'm anticipating chicks and we want to see them being fed. So this is the first of hopefully many videos of this whole process. And again, we feel blessed and fortunate to be able to witness it. There's some really great examples of relationship and working together, and kind of the yin and yang. They don't communicate. I've only heard them echo one time making some sounds, but they just basically know what to do next and what the other one needs. Kind of a great example. So I'll wait here just a few minutes and see if, or seconds, and see if they come back with another load. They seem to be really busy for a while, and then they'll take off like maybe 20 minutes or more and just not be around. And I suspect that's when they're taking a break and they're actually feeding themselves, because I haven't seen them hunting and working on berries at all. And in the next few days, I'm going to try to figure out how I can put feed out for them. I see that they like fruit. You got to be careful a lot to get it fermented, because too much wine isn't good for you. And but they like apples, so I'm going to see if I can't get a board and a nail through it and impale an apple on there and see if I can give them some food right in the area so they don't have to travel so far. I'll be quiet. Oh, there it goes. Here comes. I can't see her chin. If you look at their beak and below, it's the males have more of a black patch, and the females don't have that so pronounced. She gets in the nest. She brings something in, drops it into the bottom of the nest, and then she just keeps building the cup, and she'll just squish herself down. She's doing that now. That's I think how she measures. And she doesn't react to my voice because she can hear me. She does react to the shutter, the sound of the shutter on the camera. It must be just a sound that she's not comfortable with. But she doesn't mind our voices, and we actually, when we're around, we make sure that we're talking so she gets used to that. I wonder where the other guy is. I've seen many times where they're both in there together working. He seems to be watching more lately. So she'll sit up on the edge of the nest and show pretty much her whole body, and then she's going to get ready to exit. They reach around and they grab different pieces of the grass and stuff, and they pull it up and then they push it back into the nest. It's kind of like weaving almost, but it's just getting everything tied in. And I've seen them bring in sticks as long as 12 inches long, and they're not sticks, they're little thin branches. They're probably 1/8 of an inch at the very most, down to a really thin end. I think they get them off. We have tamaracks down there, and their tamaracks get a lot of dead. There she goes, she's gone. We'll let this be for a while, and I doubt that he's going to come back in when she's gone now. He's probably just watching her. If I could see more, I could see that he probably left with her.